I came to the coffee industry with this concept of how can you take this raw good, this raw material, and empower the lives of people that actually grow it. Dash Coffee is an importer and roaster of organic specialty coffee grown by women in Rwanda. Kevin and I met each other in graduate school at Hanken. We were both studying humanitarian logistics, and we would often get coffee at our little canteen at the university. Neither one of us really liked it, but we drank it. And that's how we started a relationship. And after university, we were thinking of things to do. There's about 25 million people in the world that make their living on growing coffee. And it was most of those people live in rural areas, economically disadvantaged, and specifically women, giving resources to women. So how can we empower women in rural areas through buying coffee from them? And then that took us on this journey of how to find that coffee. Where is that coffee that's organic, fair trade, grown by women, and then bring it to Finland and start the process of the company. Have a good day, mate. Started as just an importer. It was very difficult to try to sell coffee, so we pivoted to being a roaster. Bought a roaster, a small coffee roaster. I was roasting in my apartment in Töölö, in Helsinki, and having my neighbors complain to me sometimes about the smell of coffee. And we weren't selling coffee, and I didn't know how to solve that problem. And so for 3 months, figuring out how to sell coffee after we had put, say, 30,000 euros into this business, and then I got a letter saying I could be deported from Finland because I didn't have enough income coming in. That was a tough 3-4 months. We pivoted to just selling to businesses. We got some success there with some corporate clients. And after that, we got our first actual break when we started catering, and we found an event for 1,500 people, and we catered that coffee. So we made 3,000 coffees in 2 days when we had never used an espresso machine before. And then that kind of started the journey of how we make coffee in the cup, which brought us to this cafe. And then now we cater quite often. We do large events, usually the events are over 500 people. The coffee culture in Finland is interesting because it's per capita, it's the largest consumption of coffee consumption in the world, right? Per person. But they very often consume just very low quality coffee. So when you're trying to do something more specialty or on a higher level, say European standards or global standards, you have to do a lot of education. The consumer doesn't know much about coffee, and they've been drinking a poor quality product their entire life. And so I think that's actually where part of the fun and the joy and what we do is giving people a nice experience where they have a cup of coffee and they're wow, that tastes really good. And then you see that kind of revelation inside of them. And that's one of the things I enjoy about being in this market, is having a coffee shop and doing what we do.